Testing 1, 2. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Happy Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath.
How many homes need healing? How many homes need healing? Now, that house can't be healed if the people in it can't be healed. And sometimes you can't be healed if you don't admit you have an issue. And it's hard to admit you have an issue when that issue is your normal. And I'm just wondering today how much better life would be for some of the people in this room, some of the people that you work with, some of the people that your neighbors. I'm wondering how much better life would be if you could change your normal. And in order to do that, you have to be honest with yourself. I'm going to spend a little time talking about the subject. Blinded by rage. Blinded by rage. And the reason I want to teach on this one, the reason I want to talk about this is because a lot of times, rude people don't know that they're rude. Obnoxious people don't know that they're obnoxious. I've seen and heard families grow up in the midst of domestic violence, and when they sat down with the one who was the perpetrator of that violence, and look you right in the face and say, I don't know what's wrong with these kids. I was a good man. I was a good father. I was a good mother. I did everything I could do. I never hurt them, I never abused them, I never mistreated them. Really? You ever had someone tell you something and you know it's a lie?
Yes.
And you would think that they were lying to you, but they look so sincere. You realize they're not lying to you, they're lying to themselves. Blinded by rage. I can so highly respect you to the point that if I'm irritated, and men are good for this one, I can be irritated and you not know it. And worse still, I can be irritated about you not doing something that I never said. And I'm mad because you didn't pick it up through the spirit or something. I'm angry because what seems like common sense to me may not be common sense to you, and I'm upset. I haven't done, and I'm wanting you to get something that I haven't done a real good job of articulating. I'm wanting a response without a stimulus. And over time, a period of disappointment, I get angry. And because I respect you, I won't let myself be angry outwardly, so I'm angry inside of myself. And I didn't even know it. I'm committed to not being outwardly angry. All of us have been through moments and times in our lives that, dear, but for the grace of God, we go out, and some of us went there. See, I want to deal with the obvious anger and the inobvious anger. I want to deal with the anger that harbors inside of many men and women, that creates inexpressed bitterness and discontentment that can manifest in depression, eating disorders, and everything else. Because either we are overly confrontational and we're all up in your face, or either we internalize and say nothing at all. We don't confront it at all, and we want people to understand what we're unable to express. Why is it that we hurt the ones that we love and are polite to those that don't even love us? I don't buy this thing, but you can't help it. It's just the way you are. You don't act like that at work. You don't behave like that at work. For a paycheck, you stand up where somebody doesn't love you. You never seen, good morning, welcome to JCPenney's third floor aisle 3. If there's any assistance I can help you today, please let me know. And when you get home, you kick the cat, you slap the dog, urinate in the fishing pool, and the whole house is miserable. Because for $50 an hour, $60 an hour, you can control your life. But for your own child, your own spouse, your own family, you can't. I don't buy that you can't control it. Throughout life, I've listened to stories and so men who beat their wives and quite a few women who would jump on their husbands. But I've never known anyone who beat their spouse and loved themselves. Self-loathing creates spousal abuse. The Bible says, husbands, love your wives as Christ has loved the church and gave himself a reason for it. It is clear about that. That love is sacrificial. And incidentally, that crucifixion thing is not as easy as it looks. And to be a man that stays in a relationship for years and years, there's going to be some flesh in you. There's going to be some moments in your life that you have to work on nailing your flesh down. And it's not always about you. That's why some generations will find it more difficult to hold a marriage together than others, because if you are a narcissistic individual where everything is about you, you will never have a long-standing relationship, because all roads lead to you. When you're happy, you're there. When you're in, you're out. When you're there, but life is not like that, sweetheart. You've got to come home happy, come home unhappy, come home feeling good, come home feeling bad. You got to be there when your breath stinks, be there when it smells good. Be there when things are wonderful. Come in here and learn the seasons of relationship. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. You got to be there. Then you get to say you're faithful. Then you get to say you're loyal. You don't get to say you're loyal in a month. You don't get to say you're loyal when you got little kids. Not when they're in the stroller. Come talk about it when they stole the car. I'm ride or die. You haven't even got out of the garage. Glory to God. The truth of the matter is, domestic violence has triplets. Domestic violence has triplets. You should probably get this done. There are 3 triplets born out of domestic violence. Whether that violence is expressed or not expressed. One of them is physical rage. The other one is verbal rage. The third one is emotional rage. Physical rage, verbal rage, and emotional rage. Now some of them are obvious. Physical rage, control issues, tantrums of the soul. Physical rage. There you are, 30 years old, 40 years old, having a tantrum, breaking up something you paid for, got to pay for it again, tore up all kinds of stuff in your house in front of your child that you chastise for acting like that, not recognizing that he's imitating your behavior. And the child can't figure out how to process rage without looking at the example that you set. Because we learn from the environment that we're in. We're having the same feelings, but how we express it is how we saw it. So whatever benchmark you put up, whatever benchmark you put in front of somebody, that's what they're going to emulate. So there you see daddy having a tantrum. You see daddy having a tantrum. Don't expect him to sit calm in class, in school, or anywhere. And by the way,